Well, hello everybody. Spectacular, the Silver Stacular, is here live just for you. No, stop. Don't look around the room. It's not for the other people around there. It's not for that guy over there, or that lady about to walk in on you going, "What the heck are you doing with your shorts on, watching somebody on the internet?" No, it's for you. That's it. Just you. Yeah. Listen, listen. $31 and some change silver. That's a big thing. That's really interesting for I guess everybody, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty interested in it. I think it's pretty cool. Let me see what's going on here with the. All right, got that going. I think it's interesting for the community. Really, I think that everybody needs this. It's important. Um, Trying to see what's going on here with that. Let's see. Let's see if the live is. There you go. Joseph Jones is in here. There you go, Joseph. There, you can see my hand. Perfect. Trying to do a little live action, trying to just get things going. Jeff, Joseph, how's it going? Kevin, good evening. Good evening. But yeah, man, this live right here is for you and you alone. The silver stacker that you kept on going, man. Little by little, you just kept on adding a piece to the stack and putting it on top. You just kept on taking this, tucking it underneath your mattress. You kept on putting one of these right here out in the flower bed, just digging a hole. Yeah, you just kept going. And it feels good, right? But listen, celebrate right now with a wine glass filled with water because we're not there by any means yet. This is only the beginning of something, interesting or scary, right? And really, it's probably the latter. It's probably a really scary moment, but it almost like vindicates everything you've been doing, right? It makes you go, whoa, like I'm not as crazy as I thought I was, or as as crazy as you guys thought I was. Let's see. James says, with the crazy prices of precious metals, purchasing more of numismatic items, which is great. It's great, right? And that's why I've always kind of promoted diversification because you can have a little bit of numismatics, you could have a little bit of the actual bullion stuff, and you go whatever way you feel like going, whatever makes sense to you, and your stack. You can just get a little bit of both, but you're like, hey, like right now in my area, silver is, man, the premiums are just crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and get some Morgan dollars or something along those lines. You know what I mean? Some nice graded coins or something. Some high grade, I don't know, commemorative half dollars. You know what I mean? Like you have some options there. Or my absolute favorite is you get into a nice $20 St. Gaudens double eagle. And then you got a little yin and yang. You got a 90% gold coin and you got history. You got the numismatic value and stuff like that. That's my favorite thing to stack. Absolutely. Let's see who else we got going in here. Buckeye Silver says yo-yo. I like playing with a yo-yo once in a while, Buckeye Silver, to be honest with you. I can do some tricks too. I can do that one where you walk the dog, but my dog goes for a very short walk. To be completely fair, it more like hits the ground and it just kind of goes running in different directions. It's not a very well trained dog. Ohio Flint guy. Today was a good day of stacking. Yeah, you know what? I want to actually look at. I want. Everybody's got a different price, of course. We all know that how that works. But right now, the website I'm on says the $31.69 is what I see. That feels good. I mean, it feels good, but it's a battle that you just know there's something awry, right? There's something amiss out there, and that's the scary part. You see 31 and you're like, haha, like my stuff is all going up in price, but you're like, at what cost? At what real cost is it going up in price? I bought a Miami Cuban Link Silver 925. Nice. I'll tell you, since you mentioned your Miami Cuban Link, let me show you what I got today. Don't tell anybody though, okay? I'm trying to keep this a secret. You guys have to promise not to tell anybody. I went with one of these today. Huh? What do you think about that? Little Byzantine. Oh, they're so cool, huh? So cool. So that was my little reward today. Something I've wanted for a long time, long time. Anyways, good evening, Speg. Oh, Shuffle. Good evening. Hello from Kentucky. Well, Sonny, nice to see you. I actually had an uncle named Sonny. Chris, what's up, buddy? Let's see. The Cracker Stacker says, I'll sell my stack at $50 an ounce. You know, I see a lot of people, and it's so funny because I said, what, maybe 2, 3 weeks ago in a video, I said $30 is a lot of people's magic number. They're going to get out of the game at $30. And I think that, you know, when you go to like a shop, if you have any shops local to you, which I do, you just see a flood of stuff, right? People are just like, whoa, oh, that was my number. I'm out. But when it gets to 30, expect it to go higher. And I think we saw that on the last day of trading when, 30 came and 30 was gone in a blink of an eye. It was that stinking quick. Fantastic. Actually, before I get to too many comments, I want to read this right here because a lot of people are like wondering, like, what the heck happened? And this is something right here that I think really, really, really affected things. Obviously, we have, right now, everybody knows about inflation, trouble with jobs, money that you're getting in your job is not keeping up. People are worried when it comes to retirement. Are they going to have enough money later in life to keep up with, inflation and what's been going on? Probably not, to be honest with you. But here's a big, big ticket item that just happened a couple days ago. So I want to read a little bit of this story right here. This comes from, I know, it's kind of crazy. It comes from Bitcoin.com, which is this little news article right here. But you can find it somewhere else if Bitcoin stresses you out. Anyways, it says, China's $53.3 billion divestment in U.S. Treasuries signals massive shift from dollar assets. And it says, according to records, China has divested $53.3 billion in U.S. Treasury notes and agency bonds during the first quarter. Some analysts suggest this reduction in foreign exchange reserves might be China's strategic move to leverage its holdings against the United States. So that's a dump right there, man. That's very interesting. A little bit more. I'll read one more paragraph or so because it's just so interesting to me. This one right here says, China has significantly reduced its stake in the U.S. Treasury market, which was 14% in 2011 and dropped to 3% by the end of 2023. The decline continued in the first quarter of 2024. This is interesting because they're dumping it, going to something else. And, maybe going to some gold, maybe going to some silver. In fact, I think that's what this article here suggested. And it's just very interesting, very interesting to see China just getting out like that. Anyways, let me go back to some of the comments. But, why is silver at $31? A little of this, a little of that, and a lot of other countries doing their own thing now, right? I heard this term, deglobalization, some time back. And I was thinking like, really? I thought, we all kind of depend on each other. Then I see, BRICS forming. And BRICS start to go, if you're investing in, United States dollars, you might want to think twice, because here we go. Here comes BRICS. And that's, if maybe BRICS is not as wealthy as, the U.S. And their allies. But there's so many people. They have so much power. It's crazy. China and India alone, I mean, you're talking what, close to 3 billion people? Yes, are they broke? Of course. But it's such a lot of power in people. There's a lot of potential in people. I don't know, it's a scary thing. Anyways, let's go back to some of these comments. I really do want to get to. Let's see, bought 4 call Morgan dollars. Mullen dollars? What's a Mullen dollar? That's me just drinking that wine glass full of water, man. I think somebody spiked it. Anyways, bought 4 call Morgan dollars last Saturday, $25 each. I think that's a good deal, even for call Morgan dollars, right? Isn't that a good deal? I'm probably getting that for, well, that was about a month ago. I was getting those kind of prices. I think that's good, man. Good job. Did I miss some kind of comment right there from Kelly? Because Kelly says, what do you think? Just if I'm missing your comment, you really, really think I need to see it, just say it again for me, because I'm trying my best to get through all these. Shuffle silver. I just got here, so not sure if you mentioned it, but did you see Vermilion was selling silver at spot today? A lot of people are selling silver at spot, Shuffle silver. A lot of people I've seen on social media, they're selling silver $1 back, selling it to you, right? That's typically what shops will do during this time, is they'll buy from you 10, 15% back from the spot price. I see sellers right now going and selling it because they're confused, right? They just gained about $3 in value in about what 2 days time, you know, because Thursday it came up and then Friday it came way up. So they're like, whoa, you know, my money is doing well. I can go ahead and offer a discount. I kind of want to get out of my position a little bit because I don't know what Monday is going to bring. And so I'm seeing people selling it for back from spot. In fact, if you're here live right now, I'm going to tell you a spoiler alert. Costco has been so good to me, so stinking good to me. Actually, I was able to get a 1 ounce gold piece today at Costco, and technically, I got it for $100 less than spot. Isn't that? I, I had to pause. I had to stop talking for a second. That makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. So some people, when this happens, they're hedging. They're hedging their bets. They're like, oh, okay, you know, I'll keep some, but I got to get rid of something too because who knows what Monday is going to bring. Where is a good place to purchase silver? All over from trusted sources. You can purchase silver from me if you want on Drip on Wednesday. I always start everything when I sell silver, and I don't sell like a whole bunch. Don't get me wrong. I'm just selling it because people asked me to sell some, just to be, you know, out there doing something different. But I sell most of my silver at under spot. That's kind of my MO when I'm on Drip, and I do giveaways, some other stuff. Sometimes Drip has given us free shipping, all kinds of stuff. So there's a lot of places, but there's an example of one right there that's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. I'd say that anybody who's bought from me on Drip has been pretty happy. I had a piece of silver, what was it, an ounce of silver, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. Went for $12 for 1 ounce. Pretty good deal. Pretty, and yes, it's real. My goodness, oh, it must be fakes people out there driving me crazy. Kelly, do you think up and away or big correction? Silver hasn't been this high for 11 years. I think that you're going to see a correction followed by people going, ha, I knew it. I knew silver couldn't last. And then at some point, you're going to see an up and away moment. Up and away, meaning like I could see like a $40 silver. I don't see by any means $100 silver. I don't see that. To me, that doesn't make sense. Mrs. Coin Crew, welcome. Thank you for coming by. Love the bracelet, gold 18K, 14K on this one right here. It's going to withstand the elements a little bit better, I suppose, right? Look at that. When I bang it against a wall. I love it. I can never catch you on a Drip Live, always just after you stop. Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm not really here to advertise myself on there, but I will definitely put the link in the description. So in case you haven't seen me on Drip yet, it's a real good time, real good opportunity, in my humble opinion. At the very least, come and hang out. It's just like this. It's just a live where we hang out and talk. So, you know, don't let it stress you out. If you don't have the money, just come out, get some free stuff from me, be a part of the conversation. Shoot, I love when people are part of the conversation because it gives me something to do. My wife and I, when we're doing the Drip Lives, one of the worst things is if the chat is silent, because then it's like, oh, I can't, I don't know what to say next. You know, it's like I'm talking to a wall. There you go. I just put it in the description. So I'd like to see my live while I'm doing it though, so I can see what you guys are saying. All right, let me get this back up and running. I got to watch a advertisement on my own live. Oh, it's Papa John's. Yeah, there you go. So right now you can get a New York style pizza for $13.99 from Papa John's. Fantastic. Why do I have to watch commercials on my own thing? Anyways, all right, back to the chat. I'm sorry, guys. Is that a silver duck? It is a silver duck, totally. It's silver in color though, only. It's a little squeaky duck there. But my daughters ended up painting that for me. They know that I appreciate silver, so they got me this right here. But I think in my deep stack I have a actual silver duck. In fact, yeah, look. This is a genuine 999 fine silver duck, hand poured. So I'll put that little duck next to the big duck. Okay? There you go. Hello, Speg. First time catching you live. Hey, here I am. I'm not dead. I'm live. So live. I can't do any more platforms. Too confusing. I got you, Mrs. Coin Crew. Listen, it is confusing. I'm just telling people that if they're curious where to go, you know, I could definitely help, and it would be fun for me if you came on out. I got people that ask me all the time, like, "Hey, can you please sell me some silver? Because I just don't trust a lot of people, but you seem like a good person." And for years, I was like, "I don't want to do it. I don't want to sell anything. I'm sorry. I keep everything I got." But then more and more people were like that. They're like, "I don't know where to go. I like you on YouTube. I'd like if you could sell some stuff to me." And I broke, and I was like, "All right, fine." And I started selling on YouTube. And then like these platforms like Drip are just so great because everything's streamlined. It's more trustworthy for both parties, both me and you guys. But yeah, people suggest things all the time. I had one person that's like, "Hey, I really like Pokemon. Can you start putting some Pokemon into the into your content, into your coin content?" And I'm like, "Listen, I don't think I have the energy to do that. To be honest with you, I don't think I have it. So I'm probably not going to do the Pokemon content, but I'm willing to listen to other suggestions for sure." Run DMC says you're doing a great job. Listen, if you are the real Run DMC, man, I'm a big fan. Big fan. Walk this way. For sure. Thank you. Cheers to $31 silver. I wonder how big the technical trade influx will be on Monday. It'd be interesting to see for sure. I think we want to see Monday, and if it goes up, we're not surprised, right? We think it's about that time. If it goes down, we're also not that surprised because we've been there before where we get excited for nothing. So, bada bang. But one thing's for sure, I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people, and they're like, "Hey, Spegtacular, like, when should I sell? When should I sell?" I think that if you're buying silver and gold as an investment, wondering so badly how to sell and when to sell, you're probably in the wrong investment. There's so many other things to truly be a better investment than silver, but it's a great preservation of wealth. It's a great storage. It's a great, cash for real money. And it's a great, for me, it's a great retirement savings and a transfer of wealth. So if you're in the boat of like, "Hey, I'm not leaving, I'm not selling," then I think you're really, really where you need to be in the silver game. If you're so worried about where you're going to sell and how you're going to sell, you might be in the wrong investment. And again, like I said, there's so many better investments to make a quick flip on money than silver and gold. That's for sure. But it's a safe haven. It's a safe haven. Speg, you're torturing me. It's so close. Shine. Oh, is it so close? What's so close? What did I do? What did I do? My bad. First time I made it to your love. Oh, Gigi, you never left my love. Oh, you mean live? Yeah, for sure. This is the first time. Good that prices are going up. I'm going to need to liquidate a good portion of my stack to put solar and landscape in my backyard. And you know what, life journey? Let me talk about your life journey. That's great. You know what I mean? If you got to liquidate some stack to get rid of some bills, for some reason you decided to get some credit cards and your credit cards are racking up and you have precious metal still, you probably should get rid of your metals and pay off those stinking credit card bills that are causing you to gain all that interest and really just waste your money. So if you got to liquidate to pay for some real stuff, this is a decent time for sure. I totally understand that. Totally understand that. Only time I'm selling is to buy land, and that's a great, great investment. It's also a preservation of wealth too, is it not? I mean, that's a transfer of wealth, preservation of wealth. Now, there's a little, there's some taxes we got to pay on the land. It is what it is. Whereas your silver and gold, I mean, you're not really getting taxed on that stuff. But man, I cannot stand how you can buy land, you own it, but you're forever charged for it. Ugh. Ah. Oh, you held that 10-ouncer? Oh, I'm sorry. These 10-ouncers are special, aren't they? I love 10-ounce bar. That's probably my favorite bar for sure. I was going to make a video on that, but what's the point of that? I'll tell you right now, I love 10-ounce bars so much. They feel so good. They're just the right heft in your hand. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Whew. I need a Mewtwo on screen. Yeah, again, I can't. I know the Pokemoners out there are probably mad at me, but I can't be your hero when it comes to Pokemon. I can't. I'd like to be, I'd like to be everything, but can't do that. Let's see. I wonder if there will be, what we should do? Hold on. Can I do engage with your audience? That's what I want. I want to start a poll. Let me start a poll. Do you think silver will continue to climb on Monday? Question mark. All right, we're going to start that poll right there. That way we can see what the audience is thinking right here, rather than me just try to, gauge it in the chat. We can just, boom, right there. So answer that poll. Let me know what you think. No liquidation till $300 an ounce for me, says David. Well, good luck with that, David. Lim, how's it going? Zardoz says, I bought fractional gold coins in the past. Can't believe it. I'm breaking even. Well, listen, hopefully you have a good shop that you go to, or you have a good outlet to sell, because a lot of that fractional stuff has a huge premium both when you buy and when you sell. So if your dealer is not giving you a decent amount of money for your fractional gold, you're selling in the wrong place. There are so many better places. And tell them, be like, hey, no. I'm selling you a 10th ounce of gold. I got to have some kind of premium for that. I have to. You can't buy it back from spot on a 10th ounce of gold. There's a premium there, you know. It's just like a gold eagle or a silver eagle or a buffalo. There's a premium that goes along with the product that you have to get back when you sell. And if you're not getting that back, you are selling in the wrong place. Anyways, man, that stressed me out to hear that. My blood was pumping. Don't get me started on inheritance tax spec. Oh, I'm sorry, Logan. Sorry for bringing that up, man. Stacking is the wisest way to save money. Peterson, let me tell you something, man. If I have cash in my hand, if I have some green stuff in my hand, it is gone. I've actually kept $20 in my wallet that I'm very surprised that cash has been there. And usually me, $20, I'm finding all kinds of things. I'm like, hey, let's go to Burger King and get some ice cream. Hey, let's go over here and get a burger. Hey, let's go over there. You know what I mean? Like, I just, boom, boom. Hey, this guy's selling hot dogs. Whatever. I want to get rid of that cash so bad. But with this stuff, it's not as easy to move as the cash. You have to kind of set it and forget it unless you're really motivated to selling it. And I say that it's, not as easy, but it's definitely easy. Just, it's not as easy. And you know what I'm talking about. So I love this stuff. This stuff, listen, precious metals for me, Spegtacular, the Silver Stacular, have been one of the best things I could have ever gotten into. Seriously. I've been in some really good investments. I've been in some really bad investments. Precious metals have helped me out tremendously. And I researched them. I understand them. I don't, want to make a quick flip. It means nothing to me. If this bar right here goes up, I don't know, $30. That's not to me something where I got to go, oh my gosh, this Johnson Matthey's now worth $30 more than when I bought it. I have to get rid of it. Like I have to make that money. That's not it for me. I have other investments for that. Anyways, back to the chat. Marbles are overrated. Magoo, what? Why? Why would you say that about marbles? Dude, marbles are so pretty. Let me show you some marbles real quick. Oh, let me show you some marbles. I just got two right here that I'm going to show you. If I can get them out that little marble holder. Whew, look at that. Marble madness right here. Two beautiful marbles. The work that goes into a marble, you have no idea. Like a real marble, not like a Chinese, like manufactured from like a bunch of, glass and just made into a bunch of little ball marbles. I mean like a legit marble maker. They go through some stuff to make a single marble. Look it up on YouTube. Seriously. It's actually like an art. It's beautiful. The dollar dropped in value every day, man. Every day. Somebody recently, they said, oh, inflation is getting better. That's what I heard. Inflation is getting better, they said. And I'm like, oh, is it really? Because I have not noticed that yet. It's not getting a whole lot worse. It didn't just dump on us like it did a couple of years ago. But I don't think it's getting better. It's just been kind of not getting a whole lot worse. I don't know that you can genuinely say it's getting better. David says, I honestly trust what you say, Spegtacular. David, I forgot to mention that somebody called, said that you owe me part of your stack. They said, just go ahead and give it to me and trust me. Please. Whatever I say goes. Jim, welcome, Jim. Always good to see you. Jeff, always great to see you. Notice the ratio is down. What is the ratio right now? Michael says 77 to 1. Well, there you go. There you go. It's been around. Not too long ago, it was close to 100 to 1, wasn't it? Man, it was like in the 90s. Kind of crazy. I don't believe that we're ever going to go to that historical ratio. I think a lot of people, they get hung up on, it used to be this number, the historical ratio. I don't think that we're going back to history. I think we're in a new moment right now. As we all know that silver is typically a byproduct from mining other metals. Copper and your gold. Like that's silver's there. Okay, cool. We're gonna go ahead and just use that. We're not gonna waste the silver. It's a byproduct, and just what comes. And I know we use a lot, and allegedly we're burning through a lot of silver and not really making up for it during the mining practices on a yearly basis. But I don't see it going to some. It has to be some historical ratio. I just don't see it. I don't see it. But listen, I've been wrong from time to time. Maybe once. I've been wrong, I think, one time historically. Maybe not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Could it be half? Half of what it is now? Sure. I can see that. Other countries ditching the dollar will make precious metals continue to go up. I think so, Judith. If you came in earlier, I talked about the story, and you can look it up for yourself, where it talks about, and I'll just read the headline right here. China's $53.3 billion divestment in U.S. Treasury signals massive shift from dollar assets. And that was about the time when we saw that crazy increase in price. So, bada bing, huh? China's trying to get out of the U.S. game, which doesn't make a lot of sense, man. They should really be interested in us since, I don't know, they're pretty much us now at this point. They just kind of own us, don't they? Let me go back in the chat here a little bit. Is platinum the thing to buy now? I like palladium. I like palladium at these numbers. Where's palladium right now? Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. So platinum is $1,099.55. I think that we had our moment for platinum when it was down to the $700, That was a great time. But palladium being less than platinum right now, and it's much rarer than platinum. I wonder if at a quick glance we can find out how much rarer palladium is. How much rarer palladium is than platinum? Let's see. About 15 times. It says palladium is estimated to be about 15 times rarer than platinum, making it significantly more expensive per ounce. Well, this is an old article, obviously. Because now palladium is cheaper than platinum. I think that if you can find it at a good price, palladium is a buy right now. And that's just my humble opinion. When you lose, tens of thousands of dollars on palladium, I'm going to be like, I never said that. That wasn't me. Yeah, don't go to Temu. What's wrong with you? Come on, man. Come on. They're going to get all your information. They're going to find out where your stack is. Let's see. Mark says, mined at 7.5 to 8.5 to 1 gold. Deficit is more than double supply on mines. What's funny, Mark, is I've heard different things for the last decade on, the deficit, how much we're, losing and how much we mine and how deep all the leftover silver still is. And meanwhile, we still have as much as we could ever want. And so I'm thinking, like, when are we really going to see that, that problem, that shortage? It just seems like no matter how much silver we want, there's somebody out there that has it for us for sale. And so eventually things have to turn the other way. But when is that going to happen? When? Mrs. Spegtacular's in the house. She says, so who hasn't liked the live yet? I didn't like the live. How do I do it? I can't even do it on my end. I can't like... Oh, yes, I can. My bad, I can't. I liked my own live. Look at that. I did it. So Mrs. Spectacular can sleep tightly now. That's good. That's so good. Isn't platinum supposed to be 3 times more scarce? It's definitely more rare than gold. Some saying platinum is undervalued. Platinum got hit because a lot of the things that platinum, palladium, rhodium are good for is starting to take more and more of a hit. So that's kind of like why the price has shrunk on those. I mean, look at the price of rhodium. Remember what that was? Wasn't that like over 20-something thousand dollars? Rhodium price history. But that has taken a real shellacking. Let's see if I can find it without watching a bunch of advertisements. Come on, I just want to see a chart. Let's go to all. What we got here? $28,000 right here. $29,000 looks like at about a peak right there. $29,000 for 1 ounce of rhodium. Whoo! And now we're down to about 4,000. We're at about $4,000 for an ounce of rhodium. If you could find it, it's so hard to find. And I guess there's only a couple people in the entire world, or entire U.S. at least, that I know about that buy rhodium. I don't know about worldwide. Excuse me. I correct myself. At least in the U.S., there's very few rhodium buyers. Back to the chat if I can. Rockzilla is a troll, he says. I agree. There's so many trolls out there. I don't know what's... Like I mentioned in the one of my community tabs, I put a poll out there saying, is my content okay or not? Is it good or no? Because one comment says I'm doing great, one comment says I'm garbage, and I don't know where I should go. I need some help as a creator to try to guide myself different places. Sorry there, Evie. I didn't mean to do that. By the way, speaking of Evie, this was made for me by Menahuni Stacker out of Hawaii. And I talked to him after all that chaos that was going on in Hawaii, and he was still okay. You know, his family was fine, et cetera, et cetera. But I haven't heard from him in months, and he hasn't really made any posts in months. So if you're out there in Hawaii and or you know Menahuni Stacker personally, reach out to him and tell him the community worries about him. And that's all we want. We are a community still, right? So when somebody goes missing from the community, we've got to figure out what the heck is happening. Jack Peterson says, I agree that when one has a hard time saving, instead of having to spend every dime in our pocket, buy a little silver here and there, and soon you have an awesome savings account. That's right, Jack. And what's great for people, too, is you have options when it comes to silver. So if you have a state like mine where you have to have $500 or more in silver before you can stop getting taxed. So if I was trying to buy this bar right here, I would get taxed on it if it was this bar alone because it's less than $500 in silver. You can actually do silver eagles, and you can go into a shop and buy one silver eagle and not get taxed on it. One. Yes, the premium on silver eagles exists. It's high. But typically when you go to sell a silver eagle, if you go to a good shop, you should get some of that back. You should. Let's see. Mark says, Spegtacular. You give us the dealers and personal takes based on your knowledge. Valuable to people needing good info. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. I try my best when I'm doing the videos to appeal to a large range of audiences. So I've had people before that go like, oh, Spegtacular, how could you not know that? You know, blah, blah, blah. It's because I'm trying to, I don't want to say act dumb, but I'm trying to appeal to a large range of audiences, you know, on purpose. And sometimes I'll go, when I do a new video, I'll go kind of back in time a little bit, you know what I mean? It's almost like a memory erase and talk about something that I might have already talked about because there's new people watching all the time. And I have to appeal to that, you know, that group. Anyways, that's my story. But yes, thank you very much. I'm trying my best. I wish the coin shop videos that I was doing got a little bit more love. With the analytics, it's showing that there's less love on those than usual. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but I still enjoy them because I think it brings a lot of information that we would not have without a shop telling us some of these things. You got us into stacking silver. Oh, stop, David. You were stacking before me. Come on. Come on, man. Weed the people. Wow. I flew to Chicago, was at a dealership to buy a GTO, and silver climbed. I held off the sale of silver and buying the GTO. This could go much higher now. Beto says 35 is the next. Then by the time you know, it'll be 50, 51. Just wait. I think it's going to come in the blink of an eye. When it starts climbing up, it's going to be like, oh man, I coulda, shoulda, woulda, you know. Scrapper Stacker says, I should step up my 10-ounce silver bar game, but it just seems better to buy a 1/10 gold maple at that point or save a bit more for a 1/4 ounce gold. Whatever seems good to you, Scrapper. I mean, seriously. When you watch any of us on YouTube, right? You watch me, you watch any of the other guys, gals, whatever the case may be. Take it a little bit, right? Learn what they're doing, see what they're doing. Don't be influenced to change your whole game plan because of somebody on the internet, right? Use the information and then do your own research and make your own determination for what's best for you every single time. Now, listen, I know it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Somebody like Spegtacular is going to be like, hey, I got these right here from Costco, and pretty much you just get influenced, right? You start going, oh my goodness, you got those from Costco? Those are beautiful bars. Wow, how much were they? What a good deal. Let me just look at Costco real quick, see if I can get that stuff, you know? You get influenced for sure, but try your best to, learn from them, take a little bit of it, and then make your own game plan. Make it your own, whatever that is. John Jacobs, always love to see John Jacobs in the chat. He's a hype man. I like that, John Jacobs. Rhodium plating, yeah. Platinum, palladium, rhodium, all great for the catalytic converters. Platinum was kind of big there for a while too. When I always say this, people kind of laugh at me. All the rappers, remember that was a thing, right? Hip hop genre, rap genre. You had ice, and that ice was platinum, And so what happens? Platinum jewelry is in because all these people see like, oh man, Wayne Master Thug, he has big platinum, necklaces, He's got the ice. He's got the ice on him. I was gonna try to show you some ice right here. Here we go. Hold on. See, look at my ice. Huh? This is real platinum and gold here, folks. And onyx. This black one's onyx, I think. What is a black gemstone? Onyx? That sounds right. Those are real doubloons, probably, maybe not. Or it's just plastic. Either way, you know what I mean? I think that moment when platinum was in, it was hip, was big for platinum, and made it to where it's more than gold. But now it's, and plus the rarity doesn't hurt. Let's be honest, the rarity does not hurt. But now it's kind of like I don't remember last time I saw platinum jewelry. I mean, sometimes you see some like some white gold, and they might use some platinum in order to make the white gold, but they could also use silver to make the white gold, and that's way cheaper. You don't really see platinum jewelry too much anymore. Anyways, that's my cup of tea. Kirk says, no precious metals tax in the great state of Nebraska as of a few years ago. Thank you, former Governor Pete Ricketts. Well, there you go, man. I guess Pete did something right? All those things about Pete, all those nasty things people were saying, it all goes away when it comes to the stackers because he's like, no. They helped us to get tax-free. I mean, it makes sense, right? This stuff was money. It still is considered money. Our entire economy in the United States was based off of the gold and silver as money, and yet we're going to somehow tax it in these states. I think that's wrong. I think that we, the people, can make that change. Unless you're in California, then there's no people. It's impossible. But every other state, you might be able to make a change if you just take it little by little. Don't be dangerous. Be stern. Be stern. You might get your point across. Sheridan says, Speg, I started collecting scrap metal and scrap copper, sell it and buying. Silver is a cheap option to stack. You can stack up on a budget and mostly cost you sweat. There you go. I have a stack of copper that I sit on too. And I get copper the best way, I think, is by going to a scrapyard and getting it that way. And that I don't think I'm even paying spot for it usually. I get a really good deal. Before I go on, can I show this off one more time, please? Can I show this? I think it's so neat. I've wanted one for so long, and finally got it. Go ahead, put it in the comments if you know what kind of bracelet that is. Go ahead. I've wanted one for so long. Isn't that a weird thing to just want? I know, you shouldn't want. You should not want. But in this case, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna jump on it. I'm a bad influence. Thank you, Rockzilla. I appreciate it. Anyways, let's go back to this real quick. Let's see what people said in the poll. What is the results? What are the results? Do you think that silver will continue to climb on Monday? 65% of the chat says yes. 34% says no. I'm not sure how those numbers work when there's a percentage missing, but whatever. Whatever. I don't know how that works. How does that? I don't know. Byzantine? Yes, it is a Byzantine bracelet. Very good job. I just love that Byzantine. Should have got it when gold was cheaper. That's what the employee told me today too. He's like, I missed out. But you know what? I didn't know about it when it was cheaper. And it is what it is. You know what, Mrs. Coin Crew, you remind me of somebody. I had somebody when I was promoting buying an ounce of gold every single month. Remember that? I mean, I'm still doing it, but I've been doing it for years now. There was somebody months ago that told me, Oh, why would you try to promote buying an ounce of gold or any gold right now when gold is approaching an all-time high? Why would you do that? And I was like, because gold is great. Gold is amazing. Like every country that's worth anything ends up having gold investments. Um, all these countries are wanting to go to a, that are against the United States basically, are wanting to go to a gold-backed currency. We had a gold-backed currency in our history of the United States, and that worked out pretty well. It seemed like for us, you know, gold is great. Gold is always beautiful. Gold is always gold. So people should also, if all these countries that are wealthy, powerful, meaningful countries are investing in gold, shouldn't you invest in gold too? But I got trash talk for it. I chose a bad time. Unfortunately for that commenter, gold continued to rise after that quite a bit, quite a bit. But um, what can you do? I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make them lick a popsicle. It's impossible. Horses will not, they just bite the whole thing. I've seen it. You try to put a popsicle up next to a horse's mouth and he just chomps it. It's terrible. Don't make me want to buy gold jewelry now, Spaghetti. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. Yeah, listen, jewelry is not the greatest investment by any means. It's just something. I've always wanted the Byzantine. I've always wanted that. Now, you know what? You make me feel bad. Let me take it off. Because I'm like, you know what? You're right. It's not a good investment. It's just something for fun. I'm taking it off. You guys stress me out. I can't wear that right now. It's a bad time. It's a bad time. Mark says, when silver breaks $100, we should see $3 to $11 moves. It will happen, but only because all world fiats are going to crash. I don't see that $100 happens in my lifetime, Mark. I just don't see that number. We can agree to disagree on that. Some people see a higher number. Some people see a lower number. I can't see it hitting 100. But you know what? If it does, whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, man. We'll go there together. I'm not mad. Like if silver goes to 100, I'm not going, I was wrong. Oh man, now I'm so angry because my 100-ounce silver bar is is worth a crazy amount of money now. No, I'm not upset about it by any means. It's a beautiful silver bar too, right? Look at that thing. Scottsdale, you do a great job. Can I just say that? Shoo! I don't see it. I don't see the $100 part. But hey, whatever. JP goes, 1 ounce of gold per month. My goal, JP, was to get people into gold. And so I'm trying my best to get at least an ounce of gold every single month on my end. But I promote that you get at least whatever amount of gold you can afford per month on your end. I'd say that most people at the very least can somehow manage to squeeze something else out of their life that they don't need and get a gram of gold. I think you can start getting some grams, right? And that goes back to me talking to you earlier when people are like, oh, why buy fractional when you end up losing money on it? If you buy fractional, you have to sell it to a person that respects the fractional amount, grams, 10th ounce, quarter ounce, and they give you a premium back for it. And there are plenty of us out there that would do that. Buyers that, aren't just your typical, coin shops that tend to buy everything back. And then you see that in their case later and it has a premium on it. You know what I mean? Like, how many times have you seen that? That kind of stuff, you want to avoid those kind of buyers and go to, I say this all the time, peer-to-peer. Go peer-to-peer. That means me to you. I buy silver and gold. Find somebody else like me that understands there's a premium on stuff and is willing to pay some. Now, listen, if I'm buying it from you, I probably want a little bit of a hookup or a discount. But you know what I mean? Peer-to-peer is the best. Best. Grams for $80 is history. I know, Jay Hike. I know. You know what? I kind of want to go to a website real quick and just see what I can find a gram of gold for. Let me see. Because I haven't actually looked at grams in a long time. Let's try bars here on this website. 1 gram gold bars. I want to try to find the cheapest one I can. I don't think I can even. Can I sort by cheap? Oh yeah, low to high. There we go. Right here. Okay, here's a Valcombi 1 gram gold bar in assay, and the cheapest you can get it for, if you're just buying one, is $96.69 is what I see. Now, there's probably cheaper places out there, but that's just what I see at a glance. So you're right. The $80 days may be over, but that's all right. Everybody's got to start somewhere. We had to. I saw a guy on social media yesterday or the day before, either way, and he goes, "Hey everybody, you know, like in like a little chat room, a little forum thing." He goes, "Hey everybody, I just bought my first ounce of silver today." He goes, "I'm in it to win it," and I was like, "Woo, you know, what an interesting time." Because here we got almost $32 silver, and he's coming in just today with his first 1 ounce of silver. His first, here we go, 1 ounce piece. There it is. And I'm like, and I took a step back for a second. I was like, you know what? We all had our first ounce of silver, right? We all started somewhere. And some of us might have started when silver was $11, $12 an ounce. And then you had the people that came in at $5 an ounce going, oh man, what a terrible time to come in. Silver's $11 an ounce now. What are you doing, you know? So there's always a starting time. And sometimes that starting time may not seem like the greatest time in the world, but you got to start somewhere. And that's why we dollar cost average too, right? So it all makes sense. Mark says, my take is 2 to 4 years to $100 silver. Well, listen, Mark, I'll give you 5 years. So you got until 2029. If silver is not $100, I want you to come back to me and be like, you know what, Spectacular? You were right. But, Mark, on the other hand, in 2029, if silver does hit $100, and I'll give you till December. You can have December to do it. You can come back to me in my I don't know, whatever video I happen to be putting. Hopefully I put a video, or whatever my last video was. Leave a comment and be like, Spectacular, you were totally wrong. Silver hit $100 an ounce. That's what I want you to do. So we got 5 years, and again, you have till December 2029. Okay? Deal, Mark? Handshake on it? Here. Man's handshake. There you go, bro. Thank you, man. MR, Mr. 1MOA says, the very first gold I could get in a month is a quarter ounce. It was easier when spot was cheaper. Now it's much more difficult. I totally understand. I think that most people can sacrifice some things that they don't need in their lives and get a little bit of gold. I'm not saying to do it for the rest of your life. I'm saying to get some in your portfolio, have some of the gold. Have some. See, Mrs. Coin Crew says fractional is easier to buy and sell, in my opinion. Absolutely. Because you know what? And Mrs. Coin Crew can probably attest to this since, she has that coin shop. How many people go into your shop that might have $100 in their pocket that they could buy a gram of gold? But how many people have, 24 and whatever the premium is going to be, let's say $24.50 to buy a nice gold coin, 1 ounce gold coin? How many people have $2,450 in their pocket versus $100? I'd say that there's a lot more people with $100 or less in their wallet. I mean, I could show you my wallet today. It has $20 in there. That's it. That's all the money I got. So yes, it's easier. I think it's a lot easier for people to buy and sell fractional than it is to buy the big boys or girls. Let's be fair. Either boys or girls. That's it. That's all you get. You get nothing else in between. Brad says, guess I'm lucky. I live where there is gold in the ground. I acquire mine with a sluice and a pan. You are lucky, Brad. And I wish I could be like you, man. I'd love to go to mining for gold and panning. The best I could ever do, Brad, is I was able to find somebody that sold pay dirt, and they actually, I think I might have it. Do I have it around here? No, I think I put it up. But they sold me some pay dirt, and I was able to get whatever amount of gold they put in that dirt. I do have this little cupcake though. That thing grew on me real quick. Once I opened that vault box, that was the only thing I got out of that vault box that I was like, you know what? That's a great piece. Such a great piece. Whew. I promised the wife that I'd only be on this for about 30 minutes. Here I am going on the old 50 minutes. That is the story of my life, ladies and gentlemen. The story of my life. I go long when I go, All right, back to the chat. Mrs. Coin Crew, I paid $8 an ounce for my first one. There you go, for your first ounce of silver. Look at that. Fantastic. I mean, you ripped the guy off by $10 because spot was, more, but no, I'm just kidding, Mrs. Coin Crew. I'm kidding. I guess I'm old. You are old, Mrs. Coin Crew. You know, statistically, most of us in this chat right now are old. In fact, let's just go ahead and put our age in the chat to make Mrs. Coin Crew feel better. So I am this much. Everybody else can put how much they are in the chat right now. Just so we all know, we have an idea of everybody's age. I doubt we'll see very many people under my age in there. I'm sure there's some, but there's not going to be a whole bunch, I don't think. Okay, back to the chat too. Copper's going up big. Save those copper pennies. Mine's in a bag. I got all my copper cents in a bag. Look at that. John Knox is 970. He's like a Methuselah. Whew. Gee willikers. Pville 72. Still hanging out with this too, man. Still internet savvy. That's what I like. That's what I like. Logan coming in at 24. There you go, Logan. Take some advice from these old fogies in here. Mrs. Spegtacular says, I called him out the minute he said he was going to make a quick live. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't call 63 years old. I call him ancient. Right? I feel ancient too. I feel ancient. All the time now. All the time. I'll be doing something and I'll move my arm or whatever just a little bit in like a weird direction or something like that. And all of a sudden it feels like my shoulder is just falling out. And I go, oh, ah. And the wife's like, whoa, what happened? I'm like, I think I'm just getting old. Because I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. My knees are giving out on me. They're cracking. Whew. Joseph Jones says, I'm not 41. LOL. I was guessing Spegtacular's age. I'll be 41 in just 3 months, man. August 31st. Hopefully you guys are coming by for the party. Greatly appreciate it. Whew. Last boomer to retire. I'm so old that all the Zoomers call me boomer, you know? But I'm just a millennial. That's how old I am. That's how old. I think it's the funniest thing ever when when the Zoomers love to use this term boomers on everybody. Because if they don't agree with what you say, they're just like, oh, what a boomer. It's like what are you talking about? Oh, see, it just happened just then. My back just went out of wacky. Whew. See, getting old. Getting old. Mrs. Spectacular is 29 if she is a day. Yes, Mrs. Spectacular is 29. Sure she is. She's an old fogey too. Don't let her get you going. Carrie Phillips, saving in metals is the only way possible to save for the down payment on a house. Once you reach close to down payment money, it inflates away at the same rate that you're saving it. Carrie, let me tell you something about saving for down payments. So I work with some younger people, and I see them all the time. They'll be on the computer, and they'll be on Zillow, looking at houses, house shopping, and I'll be like, oh, looking for a house, huh? You know, here's your sign. And I'll be like, yeah, you know, that's great. I'll be like, have you saved for the down payment yet? And they'll always look at me with those same eyes, and they'll be like, we're working on it. We're working on it. I'll be like, do you mind me asking you, like, how far along you are? They'll be like, well, I'm about, I'm about a couple thousand in, a couple thousand. I'm like, okay, great. And I look at the house they're looking at. I'm like, only 30,000 more to go. Only 30 grand more to go, because that's what the banks want, man. Good luck to you. I don't know who's got that kind of money laying around that they can go ahead and put the down payment on a house and at 20-something years old when they would like to have a house, right? That's why everybody now is renting, because they can't afford. They can't afford a down payment on a house. I always tell my favorite story, and I'm going to tell it one more time because I can't get enough of it. When I bought a house in 2013, I got to make some space here. I got to make some space on the table. When I bought a house in 2013, I went to the company to get a loan, and the lady is sitting on this side of the table here, and I'm sitting on this side of the table with Mrs. Spectacular and probably my first daughter, to be honest with you. I think she was there too. All right, she would have had to be. So on this side of the table, the lady says, okay, so what will you be putting down for a down payment today? And I go, down payment? I said, I need money from you guys. Why would I be putting a down payment down when I need money from you? And she goes, listen, you have to have a down payment. And I said, well, I don't have a down payment, so I guess this ain't going to work out. And I started to kind of, started to scoot my chair back like I'm done with the conversation. She goes, hold on a minute. She goes into her own purse. To this day, I swear it was 1 cent, but the wife says it was a quarter. So let's go with whatever the wife says. Regardless, she took a quarter out of her own purse and she slid it to me on the table. And she said, "Do me a favor, slide that back to me." And I'm like, "What the heck is going on?" And I slid her back the quarter. And she goes, "There you go. That's your down payment. A quarter of a dollar, not a quarter, of 1,000, not $25,000, not $2,500, a quarter, 25 cents was my down payment on a house in 2013. So it is definitely a different time because if you go to a bank now and be like, "Hey, I have no money for a down payment," they're like, "Well, you don't have a house. So good day to you." Good, good day. I don't care how great your credit is. No, it wasn't a silver quarter. No, it was like, I don't know. Maybe it was a 2011, Shoot, maybe I should have checked it. Maybe it was some kind of rarity, huh? Maybe she was playing me. I didn't even know that that was actually a $20,000 quarter. Wow, what a mistake. That's my favorite story. I don't know. I can't get enough of that story. Because when I tell people that now, like all these kids now, I'm sure they think I'm lying. But I'm like, I was there. There you go. JC says 80 cents on my first in 1980. Well, there you go. It was a different time, and they couldn't be happier to get somebody into a house. Could not be happier. My brother is paying a lot for his house each month. They gave him 30 years to pay the bank back. Well, that's a 30-year loan. It is what it is. Hopefully he does the right thing and starts making additional payments towards the principal or paying a little bit extra here and there when he can, because that will tremendously cut down that loan term. So that's definitely anybody that's new. If you're like Logan, I know you said you were young. If you are trying to buy a house, the first thing you want to do, brother, is take a first-time home buyers class, meeting, class, whatever you want to call it, whatever they're offering. First-time homeowners, get in there. They will give you some tricks of the trade. Don't think that you're a nerd from going in there. Don't think it'll be useless. It'll be a good idea for you. Trust me. Joseph Jones says, "Mrs. Spectacular, it's your prerogative. My mom still claims to be 21. Maybe your mom is 21, man. Maybe you've been in delusion and denial this whole time, Joseph. Huh? You think she's older than she is. Maybe you're younger than you think you are. How about that? Maybe you're living in the Twilight Zone, man, like the Matrix. U.S. Army Combat Medic says, "I served 8 years, saved every penny, got married, and bought a house with every dime I saved in the Army. Then worked 25 years in civil service." Well, thank you for all your service there, U.S. Army Combat Medic. Appreciate you. Definitely do. Let it be known that the Spectacular, Silver Stacular, and the channel here, and the whole household of Spectacular, the Silver Stacular, definitely appreciates anyone, any servicemen and women out there. 100%. We pledge allegiance to the flag here in this house. We appreciate our men and women that serve. Beto, am young also, 38, guess I'm the youngest from you all. Yeah, you're pretty young there too, Beto. And Frank, the houses that sold for $20,000 15 years ago in my neighborhood are $200,000. Yeah, it's crazy. A little bit north of me where I am, there's houses that are like in the ghetto, 800 square feet. Yes, I'm going to say that again. 700, 800 square foot houses. And they are $300,000. $300,000 for a 800 square foot house. How crazy is that? JT Coin Rings, welcome. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. Let's get back to the chat too. Buy a duplex and fill it with collectibles, says Quaalude Charlie. How long have I been on this thing now? I did say I'd only be going for 30 minutes. What are we working on here? We're getting close to the hour mark. Patrick says, "My house is paid off." That is a beautiful thing, Patrick. That is a beautiful thing. I never really made it public, but we were able to do that. The Mrs. Spectacular and I were able to pay our house off too. Again, luckily we came in at a good time. We came in at 2013, bottom of the market. It was definitely a buyer's market, and couldn't have came in at a better time. So bada bang. Let's see. Used reindeer. I seek affordable house. They are out there, but you will have to put the sweat equity. Yeah, there's some stuff that, if you were a fixer upper, if you know how to be a handyman or a handywoman, you could get something somewhat, decent, but you got to be able to work for it for sure. And I mean, like, you got to be able to know what you're doing in that house before it's even considered truly, livable. Was that along the beach? No, that's in the ghetto, Scrap Man. That's in the ghetto. Florida went crazy. Florida went crazy. Prices went through the roof. Whew. Worse than any kind of hurricane, man. Prices will just tear that roof apart. Whew. Let's see. What else we got? Twitch Radio says, live in Tacoma, Washington, and the get to, we were talking about 500,000 for the cheapest ones most of the time. Crazy. Yeah, isn't that nuts? And you see those neighborhoods, homes from the 500s. And you're like, when you see that homes from the 500s, you know that they're starting at 550 or 580, right? You know that? Insurance went up. Sure did. Insurance is brutal over in Florida. Brutal. Who's leaving? Jim's leaving. Jim, welcome. Thank you for coming by. I said welcome, but unwelcome because you're leaving. The reverse of welcome. Goodbye, Jim. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Let's see. Anything else pressing? I want to read this one more time for the people just now coming in because a few people came in late. This is a great news story. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pop this into the chat because I want you to go at your leisure and check this news story out because it is fascinating. It is fascinating. And here we go. Let me post that in there. Actually, that's way too long. I can't just post that. Is that going to work? Yeah, I think I can post that. There you go. Check out that news story when you can. And I don't know, maybe come back when you can on a comment and let me know what you think about that story. It's going to be tough for newer generations to buy a home. Somebody said, Ed, somebody goes, and I forget who said it now, but they said that, at one point, as as the peasants we are, we're going to have nothing and we're going to be happy. And the first thing I thought about when that was said was renters. Renters don't have anything. They rent a house. Some of these people are paying $2,000-$3,000 per month on a home that they'll never own, and they're happy. They're out in their, I say their yard, but the yard that they're renting, they're in a, just hanging out, making a family out in a rented house, and as happy as they can be. And they own nothing. They don't own that land. They'll never own it. They'll never own a car, right? I mean, shoot, they probably just lease a car trying to get by, They'll own nothing, and they're going to be happy because that will be the norm. And that's a sad time, real sad time. Anyways, I think we've done enough. How long have we been on? Shoot, I said 30 minutes, and here we are in 62 minutes. I went over an hour. So I should go. I want to spend a little time with the family before they got to head out and go to sleep. But listen, you all have been great. Just keep on keeping on. Like I said before, you can celebrate if you want to. I'm going to celebrate with a wine glass full of water because we're not there yet. We're not there yet. My stacking days aren't done. If you've noticed my YouTube channel, you can see whatever crazy price there is in the markets, I'm still buying silver. Don't get confused when I'm on Drip, okay, which is another platform. I sell on there a little bit. I hang out with you guys. I do giveaways. Don't be confused with you seeing me on Drip selling precious metals. That is a very small part of me just selling some stuff for the community just to have fun with you guys and gals. That's all that is. Don't think that I'm on there trying to get rid of my stack. That's not what I do. I'm a stacker just like many of you. I keep stacking. I keep holding. I keep preserving. And every now and then I might just sell a little bit in order to get something else. I did sell some in order to make sure my house was fully paid off. I think that was a good trade-off. I'm guilty. I'm guilty when I say I did totally get a 50 cal and I had to sell a couple pieces in order to justify that purchase. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. What can I do? My hands are in the air right now. Sorry. I did do that. But for the most part, I keep stacking away. I keep stacking away for that rainy day, for that retirement situation, for that preservation of wealth, for that transfer of wealth. That's what I do. So a lot of the other tubers, They might not quite do that, and I don't want to give any bad words out there to anybody, but that might not be their MO. This guy on this channel, I keep stacking like the rest of you because I truly believe in it. It's been great for me, and I think that if you keep on with it little by little, it'll be great for you. Do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. While these prices are crazy, take advantage. Take advantage of the people that are worried, right? You got so many people out there, and I mentioned this earlier, so many people that are like, I'm selling silver at spot right now. I'm selling silver back from spot right now. They're worried. They're wondering what's going to happen next. Take advantage of those people, right? They don't want their silver. Let them know that you have a good house for it, you know? Bada bang. Bada bang. Anyways, give yourselves a round of applause. You listened to me for over an hour. You all are crazy for doing that. But I got to go. I have a lot of good content coming up. Let me just talk about that just for a moment before I truly go away. I got more coin shop interviews that are already in the hopper, ready to go. Ready to go. In fact, let me actually look at what I got coming on before I just start saying what I got coming on. More information from Costco because you guys seem to enjoy that. And I know a lot of you guys are like, I can't see myself buying from Costco. Totally understand, but listen to the advice and what I did in those videos. Like I said earlier, learn a little bit from these stackers on YouTube. Don't change your game plan by any means. If it's something that's not for you, then that's fine. But, listen to it. Listen to what I'm getting out there and what I'm doing. I got some really cool collectibles that I was able to get in on coming up very soon in my rotation of videos. And also, I don't know when this one's going to happen because, of course, it's based off of when I get my coin shipped back to me. But, I did a coin grading reveal with PCGS, a coin grading reveal with NGC, and now I've just given my coins to CAC, and I want to say that so far I'm very impressed with CAC and how they've been doing everything, how they answer questions. I'm very much looking forward to getting those coins back just to see what they do. They're not the greatest coins in the world, but it was me just trying to get the information to you guys, so you'll see that. I had a request of some people that how do you send coins to get graded, the whole process. I think there's been videos like that done out there, but maybe I can try to do a little bit more in depth and talk about it a little bit more because it makes a lot of people scared to put their coins out there like that. I mean, shoot, this is some very loved personal items that they're going to give to somebody else basically, and I want to try to help people through the process of how to have the coins graded, how to ship them, et cetera, et cetera. So I might do that, but a lot more stuff coming up. A lot more stuff coming up. Let me see if there's any chat items that I need to get to right now. Silver 3-cent piece. Get him to show one. Who are you talking about, Mark? Me? Liberty V and Shield Nickels, so pretty. I have showed those off on my channel before. I actually have the whole Dansko 7070, so I have definitely showed all of that off before. I might have something real handy I can show you that you asked for. Let me see what I got here. No, I don't think I have any that handy. Wait, what is this? Here you go. Here's a V-nickel. You mentioned V-nickel. I'm going to make one just pop up. Here's just a little real low-grade common date. 1912D. So nothing too special, but you did say V-nickel, and I was able to oblige you. So there you go. I got you something you asked for, but I've showed that stuff off before. Somebody had mentioned in a comment that, they wanted this, or they were like, oh, why do the members get such special treatment when it comes to videos? The members really don't get a whole lot of special treatment. The little bit of special treatment they get, I think that they deserve for just putting up with me and being a member as long as they have been. But everybody else has access to well over 1,000 videos. So I don't think that the 1 or 2 videos that a channel member gets early access to really justifies getting upset at the channel members. You know what I mean? I really don't understand it, to be honest with you. I was trying to see how many 1.2 thousand videos that anybody in the entire world, whether they're subscribed, whether they're a member or not, Just any old person can just go on YouTube and look at 1.2 thousand videos. Wow. 1.2K videos. 1,200 plus videos. You can just go on right now and just see whenever you want. And you complain about 1 or 2 videos that a member only has access to. I shake my head sometimes. I shake my head. Oh, wow. Anyways. All right. I'm going to go this time. Thank you all again. What's the next video I have before I go? Next video is tomorrow. Wow. Geez. Is it really tomorrow? What is today? No, it can't be tomorrow. Monday. Let's do Monday instead. That gives us a break for a second, I think. Hold on. How do I tell on this thing? Hold on. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's the 19th. Definitely Monday there's a video. Yes. Yes. And I'll give you a hint. It's about gold. About gold on Monday. So I'd like for you to come out and check out that video if you get a chance. If not, I totally understand, you know. But yeah, Joseph Jones is a monthly sponsor. You've been around for a long time, Joseph. Definitely appreciate you guys. You know, Check Stacker, appreciate you, of course. Any of the members, always appreciate you guys. It's never an issue. If for some reason you decide, you know what, I was a member for a little while, can't do it no more, you know, bada, bada bang, I got to go. Jeff Wadworth, 24 months plus member. Thank you so much, Jeff. It's something more just, I guess, to show a little support for the creator. And it goes back to YouTube kind of stealing the idea from Twitch, where everybody was supporting the creators and hardly anybody was doing it on YouTube. And we're like, hey, wouldn't that be nice if somebody could get some extra benefits by showing a little extra support to the creators? And YouTube was like, no, that's not a good idea. And then after some years, YouTube was like, okay, that's a good idea. And that's all it is. That's all it is. All right. You guys go somewhere else. There's got to be something else you can do. Go get some ice cream. Go drink your wine glass full of water. Whatever you got to do. I appreciate you all. For real. For real. Like the video if you'd like. This live. If you don't like it, then the thumbs down button is totally available to you. Whatever you want. Whatever you guys want. The world is your oyster. All right. Anyways, I got to go for now. Appreciate you for watching. But Spegtacular is out.